What if competition was no longer a thing you had to worry about on Amazon KDP? That you could go into the most competitive niches on Amazon and go in and absolutely crush the competition. That's exactly what I'm going to show you how you can do that today, and it works in almost every single niche. Hey everyone, this is Emeka, and this is the Publishing Academy YouTube channel, and our goal is simple: bring you the best free KDP content we can so you can make money today. Then you can work with us and we can help you scale to $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month at some of our students. Today, we're joined by Jonathan, the founder of TikTok Shop for Publishers, and he is going to talk about and show us why competition is not a big scary thing, why looking for the most competitive niches on Amazon will make you more money. So hey, Jonathan, man, welcome to the channel.
Stoked to be here, man. I'm excited.
Awesome. All right, we were just talking off camera here before we started, and this is a super cool way of looking at things that I haven't really thought of before. And example after example, you were showing me of where this just works. So can you walk us through exactly, first off, what's the overall idea behind this? And then how could anyone start using this concept?
Yeah. So, I mean, the overall idea, right, is when we're publishing on KDP, we're always looking for the right keywords, right? We're going in, we have a proof of concept process where we're looking at the keywords using BookBeam potentially and really assessing demand and then competition, right? And we're trying to find that sweet spot where there's a decent amount of demand, but we also are not looking to compete, which means that there's these big keywords, big search words, right, that we sometimes avoid because there's just too much competition. But there's also a ton of money to be made there if you do it right. So this strategy is really trying to bypass the competition by just out marketing them. So you're publishing on like big keywords that have a lot of demand, maybe also more competition, but then you're leveraging TikTok to add rocket fuel on it and then really just scale it to the next level so that you can rank first.
All right, man. And you can show us like exactly, like dumb it down for us. Exactly how does this work? What do we look for? You have an example here up on the screen.
Yeah.
Stoicism. It's a keyword everyone knows. Lots of money in it. Walk me through it.
Yeah. So here you have, super old school KDP publisher word, right? You're even going to that keyword specifically on Amazon. You can see that obviously that's a keyword with a lot of titles, and you have BSR that's fairly low, right? And we have these kind of books, The Beginner's Guide to Stoicism, but you're also seeing like, oh my God, 2,400 reviews that you're fighting against, or Meditations, which is obviously like the original one, the Marcus Aurelius, 18,000 reviews, low BSR, but also a lot of reviews and a lot of competition. So typically, if I was thinking about this from like an old school KDP publishing standpoint, like I would not want to touch this with a 10-foot pole because I'm excited about the amount of money these books are making, but I don't want to compete with like, Marcus Aurelius. I don't want to compete with these types of books that are making a lot of money. But what you can do instead is publish on this keyword, right? And then you're using TikTok. So this book right here went viral on TikTok. The main title is Stoicism. This is purely just like the keyword, and then whatever the book is, which is just like 365 daily lessons, which in and of itself is a pretty cool keyword too. And you can see they launched in December, and then they're just crushing it, 169K, which means that the book has gone super viral. And now from going viral, you can see here that if you look in on this book, I mean, it's making 300 to 500 a day, but actually at a certain point, it was making as much as $1,000 per day. And you can see in the last 6 months, this is where the book started out.
It's
and
really
here it starts to
up.
go viral on TikTok, and boom. Yeah. I mean, this is like, I'm maybe buying a coffee from this a month, still like 40K BSR to like, hey, I'm flying business class on this one book.
So that makes sense. But like, so how would I use that today? Like, so if I'm doing my keyword research and I'm looking at, niches that are fairly competitive, how could I leverage TikTok in order to outsell my competition or beat out my competition if it's a little heavy already on the Amazon side?
Yeah, if it's heavy on the Amazon side, so like the first thing that I would do if I'm looking to leverage this strategy, right, is I would go in and just do my normal keyword research strategy. So I'm going to Amazon and I'm looking for these keywords. And there's certain keywords that I just know of that are big, right? Let's do something like decluttering. And we could look at that, and typically, right, what we would see is, okay, so this isn't like the hottest keyword, but decluttering, like this is pretty hot. Nobody wants your stuff. But again, we're looking at a lot of competition. So typically, KDP wise, I would probably not want to pick this. But now with TikTok, I would 100% create a book that's based on decluttering. I would have the keyword in the title to make sure that that gets a lot of search volume. And then as soon as the book is published, I would start posting videos directly onto TikTok and just organically market the crap out of the book and really go in and use tools like Calidata or use some of the strategies that I've shown in different videos where you're going in and you're just copying other videos in that space and then going viral on them. And when you do that, all the people that are searching for this search term, they're going to buy your book because they're seeing it. And then eventually you would end up in the /1 spot. And then you're just going to get tons of organic sales.
So basically, you're looking for books that are super popular slash competitive on Amazon, but
Yep.
they haven't actually moved over to TikTok yet. So there's right. So like it's almost like you're kind of proving the demand on Amazon KDP, but then
Yep.
you're looking at TikTok. Okay, nobody's doing a book on TikTok about that yet, and then you're gonna do some videos, leverage the organic growth that you're going to get from there, not necessarily sales, but just leverage the organic exposure that you're going to get from there, and then have them buy the book over on Amazon to boost up your Amazon ranking.
That's 100% it, at least to start off with, right? And you could also just set up a TikTok shop. You could launch the product there. You could sell directly on TikTok. And typically when you do that, people are going to click on your listing because the videos are shoppable, right? Like there's going to be like a little orange card on the videos that you're posting. People click on that and they see the listing. But a lot of people don't necessarily trust buying from TikTok specifically. So what they'll do is they'll search for the title on Amazon and then they'll see the cover and then they're going to buy the book. So essentially what you're doing is you're just creating massive organic traffic, because that's one of the biggest things that Amazon's algorithm cares about, right? Is are people coming from outside Amazon to buy your book? And when you do that, now your book just starts to rank higher and higher. And eventually you end up ranking first for the keyword, as long as you get enough volume, of course.
Right. Now, is there anything that like we should watch out for, like decluttering? Like, I don't know anything about decluttering, right? My life's cluttered. So how would I know decluttering? How would I know decluttering would be a good book to talk about on TikTok? Or is that not really that important? It's just it's matching up like the bookend and your target customer and just or what is it?
Yeah, so I would say this with that, like that's a pretty good question, right? If you don't know anything about decluttering, I would still do it. Like really what you're looking for is there a ton of demand for it on Amazon? Because essentially what that means is there's a lot of people buying this type of book, right? So that there's people out there that are buying the book. And then what you're doing is you're leveraging TikTok to just show the thing that a lot of people already want to buy to even more people. So it doesn't matter if you know anything about decluttering or not to make the videos, because you can use AI videos, you can use different scripts, right? And then you're just pointing to the book as the solution. And typically, if you're doing a book on Amazon and you're selling it on Amazon, you want to make sure that you're not like the trailblazer, right? Like you're not the first book on the platform on that topic. But on TikTok, if there's a ton of demand on Amazon, that means that people are already buying that type of book. And if there's no one doing it on TikTok, that means that you will be the only person, which means that all of the people that are interested in this type of niche, they're now also on TikTok and they're seeing your book because it's the only one that's there. So in my opinion, it's like almost better to be the only book on TikTok on a big keyword that's crushing it, because then you get all the attention there that then moves over to Amazon and then you rank first.
That's a really cool way of looking at it, man. So it's like you take some of the most popular books on Amazon. So you can just search like for some of the most popular self-published books on Amazon in whatever space. And then it's like just start making TikTok videos about them. That's essentially what you're saying.
Yeah. That's essentially what I'm saying.
So like even with like 2 years or 3 years ago, chair yoga,
Mhm.
right? When that was coming up and exploding on Amazon, right?
Yep.
I could go over to TikTok and start making like and I don't know, maybe chair yoga is like not the best example because it's more seniors. Are old people
Yeah.
on TikTok?
There are old people on TikTok for sure.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't do chair yoga on TikTok
Okay.
specifically, but,
Yeah.
uh, so, like, some
But that
discernment,
that idea,
but that
right?
idea, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
cool. Look at all those new
It's
ones. Huh?
it's
What did you
following
type
that
in there?
idea process.
All right. All right. Bro, that's awesome. It's like the backwards way of thinking, right? Looking for like low competition, proven
Yeah.
demand already, but not too much competition to go into it on Amazon. But what you're saying is, and like, you know what, bro? I did this with Blackness Guy, right? With
Yeah.
way back in like 2016 when the Nintendo Classic was coming out, there was a ton of demand. I knew it because
Yep.
everyone wanted one. They were sold out everywhere. And I knew that, well, people like books, like gaming guides. So what if I just make gaming guides? And like I was the only
Exactly.
one for months that was selling any gaming guides, right? And
Yep.
like I had the entire market to myself. So I guess that's the same philosophy. Obviously, there's trademark issues now, so like understand that. I didn't know about that
Yeah.
back in the day. Uh, um, you know, but okay, that's really cool. I like that idea, man.
Yeah. No, and that's exactly the idea around it. And I would emphasize and say too, like, you knew that there was demand for Nintendo because of what you're seeing in like media and stuff like that, right? Like here,
Mm.
we even know that there's demand for these specific books because the demand exists on Amazon already. And there's so much demand that we are potentially thinking, oh, it's too competitive. But then you go over to TikTok and you're like, oh, no one's actually like posting about these books, this type of book on TikTok. So now you get a whole new blue ocean for something that you already know that there's a ton of demand for.
If you want to publish a book on Amazon and make money from it, I got this for you. I'm running a free 3-day publish and profit challenge. By the end of it, you'll have a book published on Amazon and making your first sales. I've been publishing for over 9 years. I've published hundreds of books, helped thousands of people do the same. If you don't know where to start, or you can't find a profitable topic, or you just don't want to waste time or money, this is for you. Day 1 is finding your topic, creating your book title, getting your cover locked in. Day 2, it's all about building your book. It's doing the research, creating the outline, and writing your entire book. And then day 3, polishing your book, publishing it on Amazon, and showing you how to generate your first sales. And this is free. I'm showing you the exact way to build this business without having to hide it behind a paid course. And to show you how simple this is, my 10-year-old daughter has even published her own book using this exact same framework.
Actually, Daddy, I promise free.
You're also going to get my free support group, and you're going to get the custom GPT that I built specifically to help you with this challenge. Just click the link in the description or go to publishingacademy.com/challenge. You'll get an email. It'll be the link to get into the school group. In the classroom section, everything's laid out. Go do it now. How would I check this demand over on TikTok? Is it like simple as just searching like the keyword and like videos type of thing and just looking? Is that it? Like, is there anything else to it?
Yeah. You could do two things. You can go on the TikTok app and you could just search for your keyword essentially and see if there's books or products, right? The
Okay.
other thing is you could use a product like Calidata. And so say,
Okay.
if we're looking at, we can search for products and say like chair yoga, right?
Okay.
And then you could go here and you can see that some people are selling some chair yoga books, but they're not necessarily crushing it.
Right.
I would be even more inclined, right? Say, for instance, we do something like Mediterranean diet cookbook. I'm showing off my spelling skills, right? So like, like this is a huge KDP keyword, right? And
Okay. Yeah.
typically people would be like, that's too much competition, but you're seeing,
Yeah.
1300, 8K BSR, 16K BSR, 27. And honestly, some books are crushing it with very few reviews, but I bet you their ad cost is through the roof at this point because,
Oh, 100%.
for seniors, for beginners, yeah, like even if you have a solid BSR, like whoever is doing this and has the solid BSR and are not like drowning in ad spend, please let me know. But I don't think that that's the reality. Like I think any book that's on the first page is just drowning and spending so much money on ads, right? But you can see this is a keyword with tons of demand. So then I would go to Calidata
Right.
and I would, ask myself, hey, is there a book like this on TikTok Shop. And you can see that there's a few, and you might see
Okay.
the revenue numbers and go like, oh crap, like I probably shouldn't do this because there isn't a lot of sales. But I would actually
Right.
go
So
in the
what do
opposite
you see?
direction. Yeah. My thought process would be like, that's awesome. They've sold some, but they're not good enough at marketing to sell more. So I would, in my perspective, it would just be like, okay, there's actually some proof that these are selling, and I know that I can make better videos. I can make better content, so I can crush all of these books. So if I did a Mediterranean diet cookbook, I just know that as long as I create a high quality book, obviously, that there is some demand, but it's not flooding on the
See.
TikTok app, which means it's pretty much a blue
Okay.
ocean there. And then I could just crush all the competition here, and then get all the search volume here as well, and then end up,
And th- and then
here.
who's making the videos? Who's making the videos for these? And yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, you're
No,
making the
and like
videos.
what type of videos are you making? So okay, I'm making the videos. What type of videos? Like
Mhm.
for that cookbook example, would I be doing cooking videos?
Yeah.
Or would I just be talking about the recipes? Or like is that like that's obviously gonna change per niche.
Yeah, that's gonna change per niche, and that's where you would use something like Calidata, and you would go and you would see like what's going viral, uh, what type of videos are going viral for this type of content. But again, what's really beautiful is like I don't think about it like if I'm doing Stoicism, for instance, or Mediterranean cookbook.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do the Mediterranean cookbook. I'm not asking myself like what Mediterranean cookbooks are crushing it. I'm just asking myself what cookbooks are crushing it on TikTok. Uh, Oh,
Oh,
look at that.
yo,
Sweet
okay.
Cal Mediterranean, right? So diet food list. So this is literally like a PDF for $12, or not a PDF, but like a little printout that's just absolutely destroying, right? And
And so what type of videos are they doing? Like now I'm
let's see.
curious. Can we
Let's
see?
see. Yeah, we can see it right here. So this is on Calidata. Let's go and see what they're making.
My husband had a heart attack at 48. Mediterranean diet is what they told us. Absolutely. My husband went to the doctor. He had 3 stents put in. In our follow up appointment, the doctor told him the best diet to follow is the Mediterranean diet for heart health. Now, let me tell you, I did not know anything about it. So I came to TikTok. I found this on TikTok Shop. It's the Mediterranean diet with recipes. You get 3 different folders that are laminated. They have meal plans in it, meal prep. This actually has a lunch menu, a breakfast menu, drinks that you can drink and make.
So this is genius. So I don't
Yeah.
have to cook. I could essentially take my book,
Mm-hmm.
take the best pages or create some custom pages, go to a
Yeah.
print shop, have that shit blown up.
Yeah.
Right? Laminate it so it looks good.
Yeah.
Then talk about the same, make up the same story she just made up because it's probably fake. Make up the
Yeah.
same story, and then say, hey, like these shorts. But the best thing is there's a full book of this on Amazon.
Exactly. Or you can even like sell this on TikTok Shop, because it would probably be like the easiest thing in the world to sell. And then you can have the QR code on the thing and be like, the best thing would be to get the full book. And then it just links to your Amazon account where they just buy the full book there.
Wow. That's so, yeah, I was really curious. It's like, how is she selling like a cookbook thingy without cooking? But that's
Yeah.
genius.
And it's the story, right? Like, and I think about these for
It's
like
the
all these other
story,
ones.
yeah.
But like Mediterranean cook, why do people start the Mediterranean diet? It's, or any diet, it's typically because they want to lose weight, they have maybe like health issues, blah blah blah, right? So she's just speaking right to that. It's not about the Mediterranean diet, it's about her husband having a heart attack and the doctor being like, this is what you got to do. Which there's thousands of people out there that have heart attacks that need to change their diet.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. It's cool, man. That's really cool. That's really cool. So Calidata, is this a tool that some people are definitely going to use? Like I've used it a little bit, but not a ton. But like I'm not an example of a good TikTok seller. So
Yeah, I would say it's definitely a tool that you should use. But honestly, too, like
okay.
one of the best things that you can do for yourself is just to
Right.
go to TikTok and
Yeah.
search in the search bar, because what you're gonna
Yeah.
find then, because on Calidata you're only gonna find shoppable content, right? So
Okay.
what you're going to find if you go on TikTok specifically is, say we're doing Mediterranean diet. I guess that's the word that we're latching onto.
Okay.
Okay. It's
You should be able to copy and paste.
I should be, but I committed, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I just
yeah.
committed.
Okay.
So here now you're seeing, you'll see the likes, you'll see all this. So I'm seeing,
Yeah.
21,000 views, 69,000 views, 25,000 views. Some of them will be the shoppable videos, some won't, right? But
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. What's the healthiest diet in the world?
Of course, the Mediterranean.
I think the Mediterranean.
Mediterranean diet. What actually is the Mediterranean diet, and why does everyone consider it the healthiest? Mediterranean diet comes from countries like Spain, Italy, and Greece. It consists of
so then it's basically just going in on like, what's the healthiest diet in the world? Mediterranean diet. You create a story around that, why that's so healthy, and then you just position the book at the end.
Wow.
So you can get a lot of really awesome inspiration just by looking at, who's crushing it in the space. And sometimes
This is how you
it's
can
just as
make
simple
an
as
incredible Mediterranean.
just making the meal, right? So
That's
there are
the
sometimes you
rules.
could be cooking, but obviously this is for a cookbook specifically.
Yeah.
So you could do that.
Steak and crispy chickpeas.
Can we use AI? Like, what's the latest with AI videos and TikTok?
Yeah, you can use AI. I would highly recommend. So you could, for instance, if you were doing this video that we talked about earlier with the husband with the heart attack. Yeah, you could do like a voiceover or a talking head AI video. You could also, if you're telling a story, right, about health and the effects of poor health and the effects of poor eating, you could do that. There's actually tons of accounts that do stuff like this too, where it's like sage advice. I don't know if I'll see one of those like AI accounts, but basically it's like an AI avatar that's giving like shaman advice or sage advice. And then as they're giving that advice, they're like typically positioning a product.
Okay.
Actually, like a great example, modern parenting. Yeah, this one. So this is purely AI, and they're absolutely.
Yeah, I've seen
crushing
this.
it. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I've seen these.
Yeah, these are so good. So again,
this is an important message to all parents. Check this out. On his deathbed, a dying billionaire told his 4 daughters to come in close. He told them he would promise his empire to the one who raised a son with something truly rare. Character. Sarah, the eldest, chose the protective path. She decided to shield her son from every possible hardship, stepping in the moment he felt uncomfortable. Every morning.
And this is going to be like a 3-minute video, so I'm not going to play the whole thing, but you can see that it, creates the whole story.
Yeah.
And doesn't even bring the book up until
or read a room during a conflict. You asked, did you failing them and had him
Right
master
here.
every chapter
Right there.
from budget.
Wow. That's
just
cool.
Very short B-roll shot, and then towards the end, it's gonna
covering
push the book even more.
Everything from credit scores to cooking. Don't wait for life to teach him the hard way. Equip him now for the price of lunch. I've tagged the
boom. And that's the essential life skills playbook for teens. So that's essentially like
that's
life skills for teens. Remember that
life
keyword?
skills for teens. That's such a popular keyword. So all right, cool.
Yeah, and let's search for that life skills for teens, and then got all the sponsored posts, and there it is, right there,
right there, bro. Prove it.
Are my bro, and it's like maybe not.
Yeah. And it's $24.
Yeah,
it's like that's still $300 a day. Easy.
Yeah,
easy.
Exactly. And
Easy
color
one.
print. If you watch the videos, you can see that there's color print, so that makes it a little bit more expensive.
Okay.
But still, like you can see life skills for teen. That's really the keyword that they went for. That is a highly competitive niche, right? Like so many books. It's been done so many times.
Once you got your system for creating those videos with AI, it's probably like half an hour of work, and boom, you got like 20 videos good to go, and you just get them posted, right? So that's cool, man. Well, hey, thank you so much for bringing this golden nugget. This is cool. When you're in super competitive keywords or niches, finding ways to stand out is always key, and using social media, whether it's TikTok or anything, to differentiate yourself and to get more traffic. What's cool is you could do this from anywhere, right? You don't just have to be in the US. You could be doing this for anywhere. Doesn't matter. It can still drive the traffic, which is big. So
Yeah, absolutely, right? And you don't need a shop necessarily on TikTok either to be able to do it. So yeah, you can be anywhere in the world as long as you have a VPN, and then you can really boost your book's ranking.
cool. Awesome, man. Awesome. How can people find out if they want more from you? Where can they go?
Yeah, so they could just click the link below, book a call with me, and then we could talk about how we could potentially make their book go viral and the next steps to make that happen.
Perfect. Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, hey, man, thanks so much for taking some time to drop some value here. And until we meet again. All right, everybody. Peace.
Peace.